Hello and welcome to another discussion portion of the LTP Lunchtime Concerts. I'm your host, the Colour Xalee, and on this episode, we are embracing the power of feminine energy, just for Women's Month and just for you. And so on the panel with me today, I have Boskasie, Venus, Mrs Ncumisa, and Pearl Khumalo. An amazing panel of ladies, and I'm super excited. So first of all, I want to start off by asking you, Boskasie, do you believe in the saying that the future is female?
I do. I think just touching on not just that saying, but the saying that the concept of feminine energy and embracing that. I think just going forward, there's such a strong feminine energy that's, I would like to say, possessing the universe because we're taking it with both hands. And that's why I think the future is female, because we're just getting stronger and stronger. And yeah, I think that's how we need to go forward. We need to possess our strength and our energy and move forward with it.
Definitely, I agree with that. And actually, touching on that, I wanted to ask, how do you think as an artist you break the mold of what the ideal woman should be in society?
Well, personally, as what I stand for as Boskasie, as a human being, is living my truth. So already by that, I'm breaking a mold of what society says I should look like, or what society says my hair or my body should look like. So I feel like living the truth is the key to possessing and being proud of my feminine energy.
Yes, preach, sister, preach, definitely. So another thing that I've been thinking about in doing research about this topic is there's this line between being able to be expressive as a woman. They say that, to express yourself, dress how you want to, show your body, it's empowering. How do you do that? And I think I'm going to direct this at Pearl. How do you do that? Express yourself without falling into the hypocrisy in a way, like the double standard, like, but if you're showing your body, then you're actually doing it for men. How do you do that?
I think personally I've gotten an understanding of what it means to be a female in this time and in this age. You know what I mean? Because within ourselves, we have our own double standards that we impose on each other. I could say, oh, I'd rather wear long pants, and Boskasie has her cute crop top, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so shameful. But I'm in the house wearing the same thing and I feel no shame about it. But it's like, it makes no difference. I'm doing the exact same thing she's doing. It's just that I'm shedding a different negative light on it, even though I could possibly be doing the same thing. So I think as an individual, with touching on the whole thing of understanding who and what I am, and understanding and reclaiming my power in this time and age, I understand that I need not want or seek validation from somebody else to stamp that I'm worthy, I'm a woman, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm able. I don't need anyone to give me that kind of validation, because time has passed to compete. Now it's time to live in your truth. We've competed for power, we've competed for rights. I'm not going to compete to be me. I shouldn't have to. So right now I believe in being pragmatic instead of saying, oh, a female should be strong. You must live it, like Boskasie said. Stand by your truth, be your truth. Whomever believes that same truth will automatically be drawn to it. There's nothing you can possibly do to convince someone of the truth because they know it. So there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Just be that truth, and it will shed a true and a real genuine light. That's all there is to it.
Power to that message. The best self that you can be is yourself. Put that out there. So I'm definitely gonna bring this in. We got Mama here. Okay, Mama Ncumisa is actually Venus's mom. You can see because it's just too much pretty happening right there. Definitely. And what I want to say is, Venus, how do you, through the things that your mother teaches you, you'll have your messages that your mother says, you should be like this, and this is how I would go about life. How do you take those messages and emulate them out in the world for younger women and women of today?
There's so much I've learned from my mom. It's crazy. I think the living it that Pearl's talking about, my ability to project any kind of positive female figure, and positive female energy is because that's what I received when I got raised. Strong, very kind-hearted, So there's things that I took from my mom that I wish I didn't, like being too soft. My mom can be so lenient sometimes because she's just like that. And I'm the same, but at the same time, great wisdom, So I try and communicate, because that's one gift that my mom gave me, is constant communication throughout my stages of life. Always checking in on how I was, always checking in on these new friends, these new places, but in a non-invasive way, in a way that's, I want to get to know who you are as you're growing into who you are. And so when I have friends, I make a commitment to have lifelong friendships, because I want to see you grow into the parent you're going to be, the leader you're going to be, the, grandparent you're going to be, the artist you're going to be, the legend you're going to be. And that kind of commitment to human beings, that kind of follow through, that people have ups, they have downs, but if you say you love them, you better be there. Otherwise, it's not love, So that's how I try to go out in the world, and I feel like that's how I best took what I learned from this woman over here.
Amazing. And we can see from, how you are today that, Mama Ncumisa, you've done an amazing job. Like, your daughter has brought us all here for the light, for the purpose, for the truth. And that's a big thanks to you. So a big shout out to you. I'm going to give you that. Definitely. And, they say that a feminine energy is a nurturing energy. And I know, Mama Ncumisa, that you work with the Women's Manyano in your church and also the Young Women's Manyano. What are the kinds of things that you do for ladies in society?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shirley, as a woman of my age, you've learned different ways of doing things. And as you grow, you need to change with the times. And not say, in our days, this is what we're doing. In church, I've been a president of the Young Women's Manyano for close to 10 years. And not because it was easy to do that, but I felt that young women need to have a voice. In church, when any discussion is done, people tend to keep quiet and say, yes, yes, yes. But you find that when you listen to them talking outside, they had good suggestions, but they didn't come up because they thought that as you are in the church, you are supposed to be submissive. You are not supposed to talk and all that. So, I taught my ladies to talk. And sometimes you find that in meetings, the representatives that have been chosen to come for discussions don't talk. So from that time, I said in my meetings, anybody who is a member of this organization must come, so that we can get all the inputs of the young women, and not only those that are given that were delegated to come at that time. So even now, you will hear them saying, no, we learned to talk, Tina. And you find that other parents will say, gee, where did these children learn to talk so much? Whereas when you have something to say that is constructive, say it out. Because somebody else may not have thought of it. But you, as a person who has that idea, don't hide it. Because now it means you are preventing yourself from educating other people about the good things that you have. So say them out. Even if people may say, no, you can't do that. You find that sometimes a person will say, oh, I was born years before, I was born earlier than what is happening now. Because now you find that people don't accept what you are saying. But in 5-10 years' time, what you had said then, it's only then that is happening. You know, but somebody who heard you saying it 10 years before will remember and say, Pearl did say that 10 years ago. Now it's happening. If we had done it then, we would be far now.
I'm just like blown by the wisdom. That was a lot. And, you know, I'm so glad that you said this here, because this is what this platform is all about. Us needing to speak and tell the truth, no matter how difficult that truth may be or how others may take it, right? Definitely. So just in that light of speaking, I just wanted to speak about one more thing, which is the gender-based violence that we've been talking a lot about lately. And I don't think shamefully. We shouldn't be ashamed, right? So, Boskasie, you had a song that spoke about that. And I just wanted to ask you, what, besides all the uproar, what brought you and your spirit to write about that?
Wow. I think just when another woman, or not only woman, but when another human being is violently attacked, it hurts me emotionally. It you know, I feel pain. I feel their pain. So I think it was a very emotional process for me to, how do I, with my own pain, how do I write about all of us, you know? And the song I wrote about GBV is called Our Prayer, you know? And one of the lines, or one of the verses say, why is it that you don't want us here, living our life in fear? Please ask yourself. You know, don't ask. These are questions you need to ask yourself, the perpetrator in that case. Another line is, why is it that you please your ego and sanity by controlling and hurting me? You know, so those are just some of the ways I was able to articulate the pain and hurt that not just I felt, but, you know, so many other women or humans and men as well who have been victims of gender-based violence. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I add to that?
Please.
You know, gender-based violence is not new. It isn't new. It was experienced by our own parents. And it's here now. And I think the whole point is that we have always taken men as the first people, the leaders of the house, the ones who are more, who have, what can I say, more decision making in a household. And the whole point as women, we have been strong even then. In our homes, you know, men went to work in the mines, most of them. and the homes were left with women and kids. And in that, the family life was never broken. But when it comes to, I'm going to take you back to the Women's Manyano. The reason why it was formed from the start, it was formed by women whose husbands were in the mines. And they came together to pray for their husbands, that those mines should not fall down. And whatever hurt or difficulties that they had, they talked about it there. And you would hear them saying, how is it with your soul? That was their motto. So that they can be able to counsel each other, to help each other, in spite of everything that is happening in their lives. So it's a good thing now that the issue of gender-based violence we are focusing on, because it has been there long ago, but we have never cried out and say it's enough. Now we are saying it's enough. And it doesn't need to be a physical violence. The way you address another person, that can be violence. I can call you names, things that are going to make your soul hurt, things that are going to make you feel small. And you find that you even when you are amongst people, you wish you could hide yourself in a hole because somebody called you a name that you are ashamed of. That is violence on its own. Thanks.
Sure. And, I really do think that these are the societies and the groups that should just grow in number for not all women, yes, but for people to know that there must be spaces to say these things, to say I am hurting, and to ask, is anyone hurting like this too? So we will definitely put some information in the description on how you can join the Women's Manyano and also how you can join the Young Women's Manyano, because these are the societies that we need with us. So just to end on one more thing, I just wanted to ask you, Pearl, what lesson would you like to leave with little girls today and little boys about how to be towards little girls?
Sure. I loved what we said earlier, that she's a product of her upbringing. And that counts so much in the person you become. And we tend to forget that children are humans and children are future adults. They are future decision makers, future presidents, etc. So I would advise people to learn to love within and not without. Find love inside of you. Yes. You can't love someone else if you don't have love inside of you. And once there is love inside of you, it will just project itself to other people. You don't even need to enforce it. That's why when you walk into a house and there's a mother's touch, you can feel the warmth. Because there's love there, there's nurturing there, and I would advise us to be mindful of ourselves, how we carry ourselves, how we speak, what we reward, what we fight against, what we do, because children do not follow what you tell them. They follow what they see and what they do and how you speak. They're not going to wait for you to say this. Once you've said this, it's okay, that's right, so I will speak like this then. So we need to be very, mindful of how we carry ourselves as adults now and how we carry ourselves around children and the kind of energy we project ourselves. So love is the answer for me. To learn to love within and to learn to love others, because we are connected, whether we are aware of it or not. But we are connected. I can't be me without you, Ma. I can't be me without you. So I need you to be me, because I don't know the kind of blessings you will unlock on me. And that's the key for that to happen, is the love you will be projecting on me, that will be building me. Whether I am younger than you, older than you, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So let's take age out of the question completely, and let's just be pure energy, love energy, purely. And that's all I would say my advice would be.
And isn't love always the answer? Yes. Honestly. Thank you so much for that. I want to say thank you so much to you beautiful ladies for showing us your souls, giving us your wise words, and just sharing your light with us. And I want to thank you at home for joining us for this discussion. I really hope that you found some light in this, some encouragement, and that you learned some new things today. And with that being said, I am your host, the Colour Xalee. Thank you so much for watching this discussion and for sharing with us. Please do comment, subscribe, talk to us. We're here to listen to you, and we really hope that we can continue bringing you light.